There will be no kicking in the comments. If you are admin, I just was lazy and didn't feel like taking it from you, but do not kick anybody. When he brought forth the information that he brought forth, he explained about what he felt was undue process to some hosts. That was brought to the light. Then, subsequent to this internal Keyzz memorandum and Pastor P obtaining a copy, hosts began to come forward. Now, Trinity, so this morning, is this what you got? And was this how this came to
Yeah,
you?
a few hosts. I mean, one host came forward, the rest of them did not. I heard that it's many more like Nature Boy. They said Queen Up. They said it's a few more that have been thrown out there, but nobody has not came up and said it. But Maine, Maine is the only one has brought it to my attention. But me looking at the evidence of Maine, from what I seen and what Brandon said to me, and what the evidence, Maine missed his his tier by one, you know, by 1 point. One
One
point.
being?
1 point. No,
One,
like one shield.
a shield.
Actually, one shield. Actually, one shield because it's out of region beings. It's all these other things that bigo start to do, and it will mess you up because if you're not really paying attention. And I think that's what happened when it came to Maine and Brandon, and Maine is upset when it comes to it, and I would be too because the data in his wallet says that he had 40, he had 300K, but from what bigo says, it's different. And bigo will try to pull that. I don't know if it's bigo or is it the system itself. So I don't know. I mean, we don't know. We don't.
So basically, Maine, because I saw the live, he came to your live when you were discussing this. Maine said that he was due this tier. The payout that he received was a different tier than he was supposed to pay out, which was
Yes.
about an $800 difference, correct?
Yes.
The $800 difference came because there was a out of region being that he got, but Maine blames Brandon
Yes.
for taking his money, or what was it? What did he
I
blame
mean,
Brandon?
he said Brandon went there and changed it. He said from what Pastor P, what Pastor P says, it looked like it's been tampered with from the main from the data that the sheet that Pastor P had and the sheet that main the original sheet. He said it looked like it's been tampered with. You know what I'm saying? That it's been tampered with. So Pastor was digging into it, playing Inspect the Gadget, digging into it, and saying it was basically tampered with,
So
and
the
it was
allegations,
changed.
so the
The
allegations are that
allegation that they changed it.
Brandon took Maine's $800 and that he
Yes,
pocketed it. Okay, all right.
but I later did find out that now because Brandon can hit a button. 20 showed us today that Brandon can hit a button to send us all our pay, and that's what he do every month. So Brandon could have withheld Queen Op money, as I seen. He could have withheld Queen Op money and made her get on another host page, or send it to himself and then cash app Queen Op. He could have sent it to himself and still gave it to Queen Op.
I
But
would
why?
like to.
Am I understanding? I don't understand why Brandon, and not saying Brandon did this, but why would Brandon send $8,000 to Queen Op page, knowing that Queen Op is banned?
20. Could you come up for just a moment, just so I can get some insight from the, if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
mind?
bring 20 up.
And I just want to understand the culpability of an agency owner. Hi, 20. Thank you so much. I
What's
appreciate you
going on?
coming up. I can't call it. So you are an agency owner as well on this as well as the leader of the Powerhouse family, correct?
Correct.
All right.
So
Go ahead.
So yeah, so we have an option now. It's called Agent OSS, and it's through, desktop, where we get all your pay reports for the whole month. So we see everything. I can see everything up to date, up to the minute of what you're getting. I can also track your outer region beans. I could track your, what you're getting within the agency. Now I have an option now that at the end of the month I can go over it, and I can change the numbers if I want to. So say I have a host that I want to, change the numbers and I want to give them more. I can give them more. I can also give them some of my agency pay and be like, okay, you got a bonus. Here you go. Here's an extra, $300-$400 for you. Or, you have agents on here doing that, and all it is a one click of a button. So I did mine live on Bigo today, just so all my hosts know that they were getting their pay, what they were supposed to get. So when you see the numbers on the left hand side, it says you were paid this much money. Bigo issues you out. It also tells you the commission pay of what you made off those hosts for the commission, what Bigo, what the split is, and then do it. So just to set it by default, all you gotta do is just press the button, right? So you just press the button and it sends it right to your host, and then all of a sudden all your hosts will get a message saying you were paid by your agency owner. So you'll get a message in app saying that your agency owner paid you. So you have a choice to, withhold money or to send it to your host. So there's a lot going on with this, and this isn't the only agency that this is going on with. There's a lot of other hosts, because I was doing my live today, and about 10, 15 different hosts came up into my live saying that they were not paid. And, so this is not the only agency that's dealing with this.
Quick question. Was this always allowed by Bigo, or did this just start recently?
I only got this option today. So my account manager came to me today and for me to do it, but this has been an option for some of these agencies for 8 months now.
Wow.
So there was only 30 initial agencies that had this option for about 8 months now. So if you notice that your checks were coming up short, that means that these agents were doing it. You also seen that some of these hosts were getting taxed and docked. So for not showing up for PKs, their agency owners were telling them $50. We're going to charge you $50 for not showing up, and they take that off your check every month. They were also doing, there was a whole bunch of shit for them disrespecting an agency. They were getting taxed $50.
So as an agent, you can withhold money that is earned by a host on your app for whatever reason that you deem appropriate.
If you take that option. If you take that option.
So every agency across the whole board is going to have this by January 1st.
Oh my God.
So this is the new implement. They also have it where we have to release our own host as well. So if you have hosts that are if you're on here on Bigo and you're not hitting a tier, it's up to us to release you now. Bigo will not eliminate you. Only the agent can do that. They're going to give you a 6-month review if you don't release those hosts that are within those agencies. Your S level bonuses start to come down. And so it's better for them to release hosts than to hold them, right? So I already cut 34 hosts today, just cut them just because they haven't been on the app and they're not hitting tiers. So this way, my agency is in good standing, because I don't want to go there and not have my agency in good standing.
I will add China 504. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to get some clarity on what.
Yeah, because I got that memo too with my agent that I got with my agency that I got to do that too, but I don't know how to work that yet, twin. So you got to show me.
So okay, my question. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. All
right. As an agent owner, I feel like you feel that's a thing, but from a broadcaster's perspective, we may feel that's not really fair. That for an agency owner to say, okay, I don't like your hair color this month. I'm gonna dock you $50. I don't like your whatever kind. I'm gonna dock you $800. Do you feel like that is fair? Do you think that's
So
okay? Right?
I don't think it's fair at all.
But I do think it's gonna open the door up to host leaving agencies too, and going to other ones. So I mean, when they did that, they opened the door up for other agents, other hosts to leave. To be honest.
But listen, I don't agree with this situation at all. I don't like it, because it's gonna have a bunch of issues because so say my host does get out of region beans, or say a host misses their time by an hour, or say that, and then all of a sudden they feel like they should have got paid. Now they're gonna come back at
They're
me.
gonna blame you.
They're gonna blame me, right? So I don't like this option. But here's a good point about this. Say you get banned, you already done your time, you get banned, you get a Class A ban, it's permanent. Now you can't recover your money because your money just because originally your money would be sent to your account, right? And then you can't get back into your account, but now your agency can get your money for you and put it to their account at the end of the month because now we have that option. So then when you come back and say you had to re-audition or say you had to do something, we can actually send you that money during your audition, or you can send you that money, via Payoneer or Cash App or whatever, how it's going to go, but you can at least recover your money, right? So that's a good option there because bigo has so much floating money around here of people's host accounts that were being, banned, or people's, that can't recover their accounts. So it's good that way.
Okay. The information that's being brought to us now is that someone blames Brandon for an out of being mismanagement issue. Did you have a chance to review the part that was brought out? 20?
Yeah. So outer region beans will kill you. So listen, as much as Brandon, some people might have got it, and Brandon might be doing that, the same thing. You're not going to be getting your beans if he can't do nothing about you getting out of region beans. There's nothing he can do to save you and get you a check because bigo will automatically stop you from getting a check if you get out of region beans, if you miss your time. So there's nothing he can do, right? But if there's a constant thing about it, it's definitely gonna raise some eyebrows, right? So you got a lot of people coming around, because they've had these abilities. Like he was one of the first ones to have these abilities. So there's not the only agency. There's other agencies on here that are actually putting out memos in their agency telling them, if you don't do a certain amount of hours or you don't do this, they are taxing you. So there's agencies out here that are actually putting out memos telling them that they're controlling their beans, which is crazy. But out of region beans, you cannot control it. There's nothing you can do. You can't, we can't, as agency owners, even go to bigo and be like, listen, can you please let them off on a break? It's not going to happen.
Have you experienced a situation where one of your hosts had out of region beans and
Thank you, Pumpkin.
and not understood it? It got them caught at the end of the month, and then they blamed you for it.
Well, I had one host miss it by 14 beans because out of region beans, and they did not get their tier. It was a 40K host, but they didn't get their tier because of 14 beans. I also had another host with the in-app agency. We were trying to fix their percentages, and we still couldn't fix their percentages, right? So they didn't get paid. And it's just a learning experience. We dock it up as a learning experience. I try to teach my hosts, come in and, and I help my hosts at the end of the month. I do a panel, and I just send out beans to everybody trying to get them, to their mark. But it's hard to do it. And, even with, as much as a lot of people don't like Brandon, he's probably got to face the same shit because he got a lot of hosts, right? So, and this is for all agency owners. That's just not, just Brandon, right? So all agency owners have this same issue, right? And we are blind to it because we can't accurately track your out of region beans, right? We cannot accurately track it. So, we've been trying to fight back with bigo, trying to get, some kind of read on it, but it's definitely something that we cannot track.
Okay.
I'm not taking up for anybody. I'm taking up for agency owners. Listen, that's all I'm doing.
Hey, Twinny, another question I want to ask you. So with Queen Op did not get her her $8,000 because she's banned. So Brandon had an option not to. Brandon had
So
an option not to send her money, and withheld that and keep that, and he could have cashed out. He could have did whatever he could. So with Queen Op, is that true? That
so that is
Brandon,
so if she hit her mark and she's banned,
he did.
he gets
She
the
did.
money. The money is there. Whatever money any of your hosts make, the money is there. So whatever any of my hosts make, even regardless if they get banned, as long as they hit their hours and their quota, the money comes to us and then we can distribute it. So no, regardless of if you're banned or not, the money is there for us to send to our hosts. So say they
Okay.
do, we can start to send that shit out via Cash App or Payoneer.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Thank you so much. And
You're
being
welcome.
fair, actually, it was kind of weird, strange hearing you taking up for. I know you weren't taking up for Brandon specifically. You're taking up for the
Listen,
truth.
it ain't even about, I don't care for the mess and whatever that shit is,
Right.
but it ain't about that. I'm just stating up for how it really is. So I'm spitting facts of how the agency shit actually works. So he's an agency owner. He has the same issues as I got, regardless of the mess. Except for, he just got other hosts just saying that fucking he hasn't been paying the lower tier hosts, and there's a lot of them. So you just gotta be careful for.
Thank you, appreciate you. All right. Where if Pastor, he's not in queue. If you could say something, I can add him. I'm looking at the comments. Y'all saying so much. Y'all stop saying in the comments. China 5-4. Okay, there you go. Wait, how many names you got? Okay, I said there you go. All right, so that's in China. Where you at? I know I saw you earlier. Yikes! Say something, China.
And I want to ask 20 something.
Oh, he can come back up.
Yeah,
20.
the queue full, so you might have to see his comment if he comment.
Yeah. 20, just type something from the bar. Type something from me real quick. 20. He's still in here because I just saw him say something. Fuck, real quick.
There you go.
There you go.
What up?
20, have you ever had your host get in trouble where bigo hit you up and said on this day your host gonna be banned for 7 days and had them get all their hours?
Never. They would never ever tell me that. Ever. What they would do, they would give me a warning if I don't clean up my host, then I would, just like, China 504 got the same warning. So if your host does something wrong here on the app, Bigo will reach out to you and they'll say, listen, you got to clean up your host. If not, you're going to take your agency as well as a precaution. So you are going to be in the same position as your host. So you got to clean up your shit. But they will never tell you, you better get your host to get their hours. That just sounds stupid.
Yes, on this day they will have a 7-day ban, so have them get their hours. And they really, man, this shit is crazy. As I
Yeah.
stated, shout out to y'all for having this meeting. As I stated, you will have your money if it goes straight to your agent, the person that hired you. They will have your check, and that paper does not lie. If it say they paid you, then they paid you. So Brandon took $8,000 from Queen Op because she is banned. He's saying he's withheld her check because she's banned. He's not paying her, which is embezzlement, stealing, and fraud. Because she still is entitled to her money. Because when Bigo paid it to Brandon, it said for Queen Op. It said next to her name 8,000. It didn't say Brandon Keyzz because Queen Op is banned. So he is taking everybody's money, and this shit is ridiculous. In Jesus' name.
Exactly. And if you actually read, if you read how the new rules came out for this, it actually states that in there. This is a precaution. If your host gets banned, you are able to access their money. So it's actually in there that you can access their money because it goes directly to the agent. And now the agent can send that to their host if they are banned, as long as they hit their quota.
I got a recording today where Brandon stated, if you go against Keyzz or talk down on his agency or his family, he will deduct money from your check. Is he allowed to do that?
So
you.
He said
Okay.
if you
No, he is
slander,
not.
Go ahead.
Well, technically, what y'all said. Wait.
No, he's not.
Technically, from what y'all said, a host could be deducted for anything. by anybody. That's not just Brandon's agent, just any agent. You could be deducting $50.
Other agencies that had this
I'm
option. So other agencies that had this option have been doing that for a while now. You know, they've had this option for about 6 months.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
other
'cause
agencies
I
been doing
can't.
it.
So
Robert
like
brought this
with
to our
me,
attention.
I was able to start doing this in July. That's when I first got my stuff, was in July, with what I had to sign saying that, hey, I have this option to do this and all of that type of stuff. With that or whatnot, we have to go through a training for that to show us how to work it and all of this other type of stuff. Things are on there as percentages. Basically, we could hike the percentage or we could lower the percentage, is what we can do on determine on how much you can get paid, like 20 has said. With that being said, it could be a gift and it could be a curse. The reason why it could be a gift and a curse is because if you have a host, I say it's a gift if you have a host who can't meet their quota in March. You get what I'm saying? You could go and up it to give them, hey, I'll give it to you this month, but come April I'm going to take that. You get what I'm saying? But then when you doing it without people knowledge or doing it without people knowing, then that's the curse of it. But we do have the option that we can fluctuate and monitor what we want you to have. It doesn't matter what agency you're in. We've been having this since July.
Yeah, and I just got my option today. But there's also a disclaimer with it too. If you abuse the power, you know, if people start coming and saying, "Hey, I'm not getting paid, I'm not getting this," and you're abusing the power to it, you're gonna lose this feature. You know,
Absolutely.
so you
And
cannot abuse the power because that's one of those things on there. It's like morality, right? If a host is, why would you ever? So this one thing I want to ask all you guys right now in this whole comments: why would you ever want to stop your host's bag so they got to work that much harder next month? You know,
Right.
it's rare to get a host up to 3 million. If you get a host that's at 3 million, it is rare. You need to keep them at there, especially somebody that's hitting 1 million, 2 million. So why would you ever want to
well,
limit their bag so they got to work that much harder next month?
but I'm saying is, I don't give a fuck who agency I'm in. If I do the hours that Bigo asks me and I get the beans that Bigo say, you ain't got no say so on how much you go give me. If Bigo say I get 24,000 for 3 million, that's what the fuck you go give me. I don't give a fuck if I the whole motherfucker day. You
That
shouldn't take shit from me because you get $6,000 for me hitting that 24,000, so I could talk about you or whoever the fuck I want to get my motherfucking coin. But this man blatantly said, if you talk, I'm gonna start hitting y'all. Will it hurt? Y'all want to talk about Keyzz on to disrespect my platform? Then I'm gonna start taking y'all money. I'm gonna start deducting it out
He
y'all
take
pay,
mine,
and I
bitch. He gonna be
recorded
in
it.
court.
I recorded it. He said he gonna
okay,
take your money and deduct your check every time you slander his name or his label. He gonna take money out your pay. That's what he said. Boy, who the fuck is you to make up some rules? Well, I mean, you can say whatever the fuck you want, and if I say anything wrong, then I don't even gotta do shit. I can just say I'm taking your pay because you weren't respecting me. So I can, what I gotta do, send Bigo a recording. I ain't got no recording. They was disrespecting me, so I kept some of their pay.
Oh,
That's what you should be doing. You got me fucked up, bro. If I don't gotta like you to work in your motherfucking establishment. Bro, you can't make me like you because I work here, and especially
Hey,
when you
buddy.
want to release me. You won't release me, and I gotta sit here and do all the shit you say, and I can't talk bad about you or the motherfucking weak ass label that I'm on because you said you go take my money, bro. Man, listen, man. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, and
Facts.
Pete.
some of these agents lose sight of what their job actually is on here. Remember, an agent is just a union steward between them and Bigo. So, we are the middleman that, speaks on the host's behalf. So technically, we work for the host. The host does not
We
work
work
for
for
us.
the host.
Exactly.
Yep.
What I was
Is
saying, keep this
let me
accepted.
ask you this question.
I
Let me ask you
don't
something.
nobody
but
accept my.
Is
I'm at
he is
900 for the day.
is
um,
is
but in this
Brandon the
clause,
only
I
agent
just
with
found
that
out.
policy? Yes or no?
Look,
Wait,
um, but
wait, say that
but
again.
in this clause,
Is Brandon
hold on. But in this clause, it said, also in this clause, somebody just texted me and said in this clause also, that if the agency is doing that, the host has every right to leave the agency and releases the page to them.
It does. It does. Yeah, it releases it to Bigo and they become free agents if they are being
Agents, right.
Huh.
okay? So if okay,
big agents.
hold up.
They're
So
being
you're
abused.
saying that if Brandon enacts his rule
Uh-huh.
about talking about him, the host can be released because of that?
Yes, they
Mm-hmm.
can because there's
Yeah,
proof of
they
that.
can.
they're not getting their
Brandon,
pay. There's proof. So this is one thing that's gonna,
Yeah, it's a clause that says that. It is
there's a
definitely a
clause
clause
inside
that
there.
says
Yep.
that.
all right. So let me ask you this: is Brandon the first or only agency that?
No,
No, it
no.
was 30 of us. It was 30 of us that was able to do it from the jump. It was a total of 30 of us that they
And there's
asked. And
yeah,
this is the NDA that they're talking about that we had to sign. I could speak on it now because the option, well, I could have been spoke on it, but the option is available now for everybody to hit. But yes, we had to hit it. We had to do an NDA in order to
and
do it in the beginning.
yeah, and
Yep.
yeah, Brandon's not the
And,
first one that's been not docking their hosts. This has been going on for a while. So there's been horror
But
stories going on
but it's
for a
making it more
while.
easy for the host to leave now, though. That's
Yeah, it
all it
is.
did.
And the this too is if they're seeing that
The
every six
host can
months
leave.
your agency will be audited every 6 months. If you see hosts ain't hitting tiers, why are they sitting there sleeping dormant? You must release these hosts.
is it customary for so the information that we have came from a internal memo for Keyzz hosts via their website? Is that usually public information for hosts?
No.
For
No.
No, normally what happens are the 20 are past the one that hit on it, but normally what happens is when we sign up with Bigo, we have to give them an email address. Normally all weekly reports come to our email address and all pay charts come to our email address. I know for me, by me having assistants, my assistants don't even have access to that. The only thing they have access to is my weekly report because it doesn't have people pay. And in order for my host to even know what tier that they are on, they have to contact. We'll put a message in our Discord, and we'll say, hey, if you want to match your live data with what I have for the weekly report, get with one of the assistants and they'll have a conversation with you one-on-one. I also do Zoom meetings where I'll just give them, if I get the pay chart, I'll do a Zoom meeting and I'll be like, okay, this is where you at right now. You may not get paid because of this, that, and the other before the pay drops. That way you won't be shell shocked and you won't be like, I didn't get paid. So I
Yeah.
have a one-on-one with the ones who want the information and let them know, hey, you didn't hit this tier and this tier is not matching your live data because of such and such, such and such. That's how I do mine.
And technically, we are not allowed to share official Bigo information. So we're not even supposed to be
Facts.
putting it out there. That is in our contracts as agents that we're not allowed to share official Bigo information.
past, you
You know
obtained
how
a internal Keyzz memorandum that talked about the pay for hosts for about 3 months, for the past 3 months. This information was shared via you through the live. Um, you put out several hosts, including my pay for every month preceding the
And
past.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I ain't
Do
the
you
host.
feel
I'm
you're
not
not
a
a host?
host.
No, no,
I don't have the same rules y'all got.
I didn't say you did.
Oh, okay.
That's not my question. My question is, you feel like you found some inconsistency in the pay. One of the people mentioned was Maine. Before we go talk on the Queen app thing, what did you find, and what made you feel that it was alarming?
All I found is the people that Brandon said didn't get paid, got paid. Some people did, and he took people's money, like everybody said he was gonna do. When you do 400 boxes in the last 2 days of the month with no rebate to get two hosts to 3 million, 235 boxes to TKO, 170 boxes to Ebb, to both hit 3 million with no rebate, that is a major loss. Anybody that knows the app knows if you get 170 boxes without a PK or 200 boxes, that's a big loss, period. And that's what he did. So for the only way he can make up for that is to break Peter, pay Paul, and rob people. And that's why nobody hit 3 million the following month. If I was lying or it was some discrepancy in what I said, then them same hosts should have hit 3 million last month, and they didn't. Not one person hit 3 million, and a million people came up. None of China 504 hosts is going live saying they ain't get their check. None of 20's hosts is live saying they ain't get their check. Only people that didn't get their check is Brandon Keyzz people. The only people that, and guess what? What he was gonna do was take Trina B's 16,000. That's why he told Trina B, get all your hours because you're going to be banned. the same way he did Savannah. Get all your hours because you gonna be banned, and Bigo sent me the letter and I got the letter. That's not true. He was gonna take all their money, and that's what he did with Queen Op. She got banned and he took all her money the same way he was gonna take everybody else's money, but he on vacation. Never mind what he doing on vacation. He's taking people's
It's not a
money in
bash.
real life. He's
Not a
taking
bash.
people's money in real life. This ain't a joke. I don't care who like him. He's really taking people's. He took $8,000 from somebody that live in a fucking apartment. This ain't dope money. This is motherfucking Bigo money doing hours every day. This ain't no street shit where you can say, oh, that's what they get or none of that. In the streets, motherfucker might could be able to lose 8,000. But these people we know can't stand the rain. Twinner B would be down 16 bands if he didn't have a way to get his page back. And Brandon would have had his $16,000 according to the chart. So if what I'm saying is if he a real agent, and his host gets a check for 8,000, you do not reach out to your host and say Bigo ain't give me nothing for you
Hold
or for
on.
me.
Hold
Two
on.
quick.
Hold on now. I just got a message. A few of they just said now through me. I don't know if this is true or not, but they said a few of China hosts did not get paid. That's what they are
We
saying.
ain't heard the story yet though. It ain't hit the news feed yet.
Well,
Two
speak,
quick.
please speak on it. Speak on it, please.
Two quick things while we're speaking on that, while we're getting the information. Number one, okay, so 400 boxes street value is a lot of fucking money. It's well over what 80 bands.
No, we can do the
What?
math. No, it's not. It's not. It's
Uh,
400 boxes.
how much? How
400
much 400
boxes is
boxes?
68,000. It's
Yeah,
68,000.
68.
But we
Yeah,
watch.
68.
Okay,
Listen. We watch
68,000.
where the boxes. We watch the PKs, and Brandon didn't throw not one box on either host. None of them was his. They was all borrowed boxes, and that's why he's paying people back. That's
But
why.
listen,
If y'all knew the
okay,
app in real life, if you knew
so
the app, go
hear me out.
ahead.
$68,000. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna take $8,000 or $800 ain't a dip in that, ain't a dip in that, ain't a mip in that, ain't nothing in that.
When it's
So
800 times 10, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
All
When
your
you have,
bottom tier, you
a
hit a
bunch
whole
of
bunch of
hosts,
your little hosts. You hit Net Main for 800. You hit Rhea Bay for 240 out of hers. You hit the Blue Eyed Deaf Girl for 800. All that adds up. When I hit all these little motherfuckers that don't got no clout or no voice, it all add up to what I gotta do. And if you lose 60-some thousand and can get
Put him
20,000,
in the big box.
we know for sure he got 20,000 of it back just off taking people money. He said Nature Boy didn't get paid. That's 6,400. Nature Boy got 6,400 and Queen Op got 8,000. Maine missing 800. The Deaf Girl missing 800. When all them 800 times 10 is 8,000.
and I had a few hosts. I had a few hosts come to my live that were 40K hosts saying that they didn't get paid for 3 months from this agency.
from
I got
Keyzz
people right
agency,
now asking me to check for 3 months back because they ain't got
No,
paid
no,
one
but from the
time for
other
Brandon.
agencies too. It's some more
I ain't,
agencies.
Oh
I
yeah,
ain't
there's a
listen.
bunch of agencies, but
I ain't saying
I
he the
heard,
only. I'm pretty sure somebody else done lost, but nobody's doing it on purpose at a major rate to make certain hosts look better than what they really are. Period. We
See,
watched the
this
man.
was somebody just text me. See that?
I'm gonna put you. I'm trying to make you bigger, girl. Hold on, make it
They
fine.
did not get
If
paid.
you a
Well, that's a
China host, they did
they got.
not get paid. She
yeah,
was,
but
I can't, hold on, let me swipe. She was lying talking
Talking
about it
about.
yesterday.
We was talking about it on live. She got to come
but
So
up because we ain't
yet
see it.
again, there's
But what I'm telling
no.
you
Oh,
is
you
this: it
saying,
cost
wait, you
seventeen
saying, I'm
thousand
just
dollars.
listening. You saying I was talking about it on live?
No,
I don't know. That's what they said.
they said the girl was the host,
Oh,
whoever they.
yeah. Yeah, that she was. She was. And yeah, she
so
was. She definitely was. But she need to ask why. This is what I was saying when some of these hosts, wait a minute. When 20 had hit on a lot of these hosts don't know how to check their live data, don't know how to look at certain things, out of region beings and all of that. So I don't even care about that. But what I did was to make it right. I sure did show her the actual line because you can highlight the line of the payment report and you can send them theirs to let them know what Bigo paid me. So once I showed them what Bigo paid me, then it's not even up for discussion no more because that's what I did. See, when you don't show people what Bigo shows you, then it becomes like you're trying to hide something. You don't have to hide anything when you know you're doing everything by the book and you know you don't have anything to hide because I made sure that I FaceTimed her, highlighted her name, and I went from part to part to part to part to part. And she was like, oh, and then I screenshot a copy of the message from the account manager. That's how you handle your business to cover your ass from A to Z.
The only one.
And that's
Okay,
the thing
that,
too.
that
Pastor,
covers that.
allow me to play devil's advocate for just 1 second. All right. So suffice to say, if there's several hosts that are not getting quotas and so they're having money skimmed, as you say, off, does that not affect what the agency gets anyway? Does that not affect his check as well? If they're not
Yeah.
making their quotas because of
Yes.
out of
Yes,
region,
they're hitting their quotas. So if they don't hit their hours and their beans, then it affects the
agent
agency. If they do hit their hours and beans, we get the money no regardless. So the
Right.
money
So what?
comes to us
So
regardless. So
exactly.
if they're banned after that, it don't
but
matter as long as
if the host, so 20, what I'm asking is the host that had the outer region bean issue by 14 beans, did you get your share that month?
No,
no,
you get nothing.
no.
No.
No, you
We get
don't. If the host doesn't get
So
paid,
listen.
we
So
don't
why
get paid.
it make so okay? I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. He put a lot of little hosts together to pay the rob Peter to pay Paul, if that's accurate. But does that not mean to rob Peter to pay Paul, he's also robbing himself? Because if
Exactly.
Maine and Death Bay and Monica and all these people are
But
not making
listen,
money, he's
but
not
listen,
making none anyway either.
but
And
listen,
that's just
they
being
did. But
and that's just
but
only asking a fair question.
but you're
If
not asking the right question because Maine got paid. Maine got paid. Death Bay got paid. And Queen Op got paid. So if Queen Op got paid her 8,000, then Brandon got paid his 2,000 for Queen Op hitting 8,000, which means he took 10,000. Maine got paid 2,800. Brandon took 800 of it, plus the little 700 they gave him for Maine hitting the 2,800, which means he hit Maine for 1,500. So when they do hit a quota, if you get any type of stipend, you get paid off whatever. You get 25% of whatever your host bring in. But not only did you take your host whole check, you took what you made off of your host check also. When you get banned, bigo does not take your money. bigo takes your page. When you get your page back, your money is in your wallet. bigo don't say, well, you got your page back, let us pay you. You got paid. So the advantage of you being with the agency getting your check is you get paid regardless of what happened to your page. Your agent will have your money. So just because Queen Op got paid does not take her check. Brandon decided to take her check just like he did everybody else's page, and like he was going to do Savannah's page, and he was going to do Trina's B page. That's why he told them, no agent is going to tell you you're finna be banned on the 24th, so make sure you have all your hours. Why would I make sure I got all my hours if my page going to be took? And they tried to take his page permanently. They tried to take Trina B's page permanently, which means he would have lost 16,000 that Brandon would have had in his pocket and would have had Trina B make a new page and start over. So he would never let the ball drop. But the ball
but
has dropped, and everybody is so mad that we got
but
this man pay sheet and really exposed that he is stealing from everybody. Y'all
but
mad as
Pastor,
fuck at the truth.
but Pastor, Savannah did get paid and Trina got paid.
Yeah, and
Had
Savannah got paid because Savannah cried all night because Brandon told Savannah that she wasn't getting paid, and Savannah tried to call Trina B, and Trina B didn't answer. But since Brandon woke up and paid after playing greedy bigo all night, because I got the receipts, he went and made and flipped their money, and the only reason he paid them is because he got exposed. Savannah got paid today. Let that right. Savannah got paid today, and the checks didn't come out today. So he made that up because we told the fucking pay chart that he owe everybody. That's why Savannah got paid. But Savannah was trying to call Trina B last night to tell Trina B that I had the pay list and Savannah didn't get paid. Trina B said, Savannah, what you called me for last night? Savannah said, never mind, never mind no more. Don't worry about it. No, never mind because
this is
Brandon
not a
paid.
badge panel. This is not a badge panel. This is not a badge panel, and that's my sister. This
No,
is
but
not
that
a
is
badge
the
panel.
truth. So everything Pastor said was facts right there. You know, we get paid no matter what. So Outer Region Beans, that's a different story. You get hit with Outer Region Beans, we don't get nothing. You get hit, within agency percentage, we don't get nothing. So if you go over that 39%, we don't get nothing. If you get Outer Region Beans, we don't get nothing. But if you do hit a tier, you do get your hours, we get paid, the bonus that you get from you, and it'll be in our wallet. So if you get banned, say, the last week of the month, that money is there in the agency's wallet.
Queen Op is a different case, of course, and I want to explain that in a minute. But in the case of Maine and them, their issue was the outer region beans. That's what their issue was. If that's not correct, they've also alluded to the fact henceforth. I think this is what is the most plausible situation to me. I think Brandon didn't pay attention, and they didn't pay attention to their messages. They got the out of region beans, didn't make it up, and that's what happened. That's if
So you think
professionalism.
that? So you think that
Not the Queen House
Maine?
situation. The Queen House
So
situation is
listen. Let
different.
me ask you this. Then let me ask a question. If you got
Let
too
me.
Sure.
many out of region beans, what does that do to your check? Does you
You
lose
don't
your
get
check?
paid. You don't get paid.
You don't get paid.
At
So if
all,
Maine
or you get
had
paid
out of,
half or less.
listen, Shaky. If Maine had out of reason beans, how did he still get a check for 2,000? How did Bigo deduct him $800 for out of region beans? You don't get
Okay.
paid if you're over in your out of region beans. Period. So Brandon took the man's money because he wouldn't have got nothing.
Yeah, you get the so for elderberry beans is a tier thing, but
Shaky, check your messages, Shaky, real quick. But you cannot
well,
show that. You cannot show
if
that.
the,
Check
if
your
the pay,
messages real quick, Shaky. But you can't show that.
yeah, you cannot
That's
show you can
that's
show
main.
don't show official reports on online. You will be banned for that. So, but if it was shown, because I never even seen any of it, I don't even know.
Look
This
at
is
it.
all
Look at it.
this is all news to me that you guys had their report. But it'll show you on the left side what the host was going to be paid. It'll show you the initial thing. It'll say host paid this, broadcaster paid this, and then it'll show agency, on the right side. So
Okay, so this shows on the 29th that Maine had about 9,757 worth of out of region beans.
how much?
If the tier that he was 200, 9,757, almost a shield worth of out of region beans. It said that the in region beans were 297,380. It says the total eligible beans received, meaning they deducted the percentage that was out of region beans, so what it would be, and it got $299,331, 331. So which would put him just under the 300 tier.
And guess what that'll do? That'll be a whole motherfucking lie that's made up, just like the motherfucking receipt they sent to Ebony saying her page would be back in 7 days that they made up, just like the motherfucking receipt they made that was fake that they said Bigo
That came
inboxed
out
him.
of that came from
Yeah,
Bigo.
Excuse me.
That
this
came
is
from Bigo
Bigo, listen,
messages.
excuse
this
me.
was
The same shit, excuse me. The same shit came from Bigo. Let you tell it. Where Brandon said you and Savannah's page was gonna be took on the 23rd or the 24th of the month. The same shit y'all said about Ebony's page gonna be took for 7 days on the 19th and the 18th, and her page one took when they said it was. The same way Bigo said we gonna give your page back. The same way Bigo gave it a 10-year
Pastor,
ban. The same way that you can't get on Eb's
Pastor, we
page
are not finna
under
argue
Josh.
with about
Excuse
that
me.
because you
I'm
don't
gonna
know
let
what
you
you're
talk,
talking
bro.
about.
I'm gonna let your stupid ass talk when I get done. The
No,
same
no, no,
way
no.
Pastor. It's a
You
Ebony's
no
right.
badge
page,
now.
the same
It's a no badge.
ways Ebony's Josh and L page still says a 10-year ban. If Bago was giving them their page back, she wouldn't have switched her fucking ID. But when you look up Josh and
Dumbass.
Eb, it still says a
Shut your
10-year
mad ass
permanent ban.
up. You
It's
Now
it's,
get
it's a
that
heard what the
weak,
fuck
weird
I
ass shit
said.
the fuck out
You
of
heard
here.
what
Can
the
you
fuck
please
I
mute him
said.
till I get done?
Stupid
Can
ass.
you mute
all
him?
right. Okay, listen. It is a no bash panel. We're talking intellectual. We're going to talk about it as it happens. We could talk. Do not roast each other. Do not talk about each other. Do not say anything personal. We're only talking about what the facts are. And we've been doing okay so far. Please keep that. I beg of y'all to do that. I will drop the next person that goes off the wall with some bullshit. We could talk about what actually happened. We're getting somewhere, and I think we're understanding a little bit from both sides. So calm down, please. Go ahead. I'm not
As
muting
I
the
was
person.
saying
I'm
before I got
just saying, he
interrupted by
don't
the
know
last
what
person,
happened.
can you please
He
mute
don't
her
know what
so I can
happened.
finish
We
my
don't
statement?
care. We don't care. Don't
Then he
say
can
my
talk.
name.
Can I
Don't
please
say
finish
F,
my
my
fucking
statement
name.
before he come
Don't
F,
up here
say my
with all that
name.
yelling? Can
F.
I
This
please
ain't got
finish
But
my
nothing to do with
Ev,
me.
statement
hold
Don't
on,
say
before
my
he
Ev. We
name.
come
I'm
up
F,
here
hold
with
on.
all
F,
that
I
hold on.
weak
don't
ass
care,
yelling?
Trina B.
Soon
Shut
as he
up.
come up here, he
Shut
F,
gonna
up,
run
Trina
shit.
B.
Can we
But
no,
you
please
you
sat
get
up
shut
him
here
to
and
be
up.
let the
quiet?
nigga
Can we
lie.
please
You
get Abby
sat
May
up
to
here
wake
and
her
let the
turn? This is
F,
not Brandon's panel.
Ab, you will have your chance. Hold on one second. Okay. Now,
As I stated, you got a fake letter that says Ebby May's page will be banned on this day, and it wasn't. Trina B, you got a letter saying your page was going to be banned on this day from Bigo,
Yeah,
and
I
it
did.
wasn't. Bigo would not make a mistake and tell you they're going to ban you on this day and
I
not
knew that
ban
was
you
a
on
lie.
that.
I knew that was a
Thank you.
lie because I
Okay,
went to Bigo myself.
listen to me, Trina B. It was an official looking Bigo receipt when they showed it to you. You thought Bigo really sent it to them because they doctored it up like that. Everybody did. These are facts. But if all of this is true,
Why can you inbox Bigo right now and ask what's the status of Josh and Ebb? Bigo ID Josh and Ebb, and it says it's permanently banned and cannot use VIP points to get back, but she's on the same page with a different name. Tell me how the fuck can you do that? If she got her page back and Bigo was giving her 7 days, why is her Bigo ID still permanently banned, but she telling me get off the app, I ain't supposed to be on here?
Okay, so please stop. Okay, stop spamming the comments. That's what we're gonna stop doing. First of all, I hate y'all for spamming comments for nothing. That's stupid. Let me just say this also. The letter component. I don't want. I'm gonna answer that second. But the component about beans. Pastor, I would put in your inbox on IG.
And whatever you, Shaky, and I'm telling you that if it was true that his outer region beans was too high, he wouldn't have got a check. So since he got a check, that voids out the letter that you have from Bigo.
So do they take all your money? They take all of your money.
All your money. You got too many, you get your whole check took. So that eliminates the whole letter. Bigo not gonna say we're gonna take $800 out your check. They're gonna take your whole check.
Pastor, next tier down for
next tier down.
Inside agency is no check. So next tier down. But you got to remember, it's only 20% of the outer region. So if you only got 9,000.
How many? Look at. Do you know?
Now,
can we agree that TKO? Can we agree that TKO? Go ahead.
Trinity B was doing this shit the wrong way, bro. That's how I know that you behind this shit with Brandon. Now look, I sent Trinity B my live data. My live data said 307K. All right, that's what I hit for the month. 307K. All right. The 29th, it was 30 days in a month. It was 30 days in November. How did I get paid for the 29th? How did I only get paid for what I made on the 29th? When I went live on the 30 days. I went live the whole 30 days of that month. How I only got paid for the 29th? Make that make sense. How I only went to the 29th?
Brandon is texting Trina B right now. That's what we got the
Brandon
letter
ain't texting me nothing.
That's what we got the letter from. He just sent that to Shaky from Brandon, bro.
Brandon ain't texting me nothing. I'm not talking to Brandon.
You right.
Y'all like I'm in cahoots with Brandon.
You
Your pockets getting raped too, bro. Your pockets getting raped too.
You sitting there playing. I ain't got to be arguing with y'all about
go wherever you want me to.
About something that's not real.
So Maine,
I send you all the receipts, bro. I send you all the receipts, Trinity B, and you read what you want to read.
No, I
you read what Brandon told you to read.
You still was under
the fake shit that Brandon put out there.
You still was not reading your things.
Listen, let me explain this to you. Hold on. Let me explain something else. Hold on. All right. Now, it said when I got that through my global Beagle journal, whatever, through my inbox, right? That's my global journal. All right. What Brandon sent me is that I made $297. That's what Brandon sent me. I made $297. Make that make sense.
Man, had you had any issues with your account or your beans prior to this situation?
No. I never had no problem. He never messed my money up. But listen, me and Nature Boy was standing up for ourselves. I was on Nature Boy's live when Nature Boy was going in on him, and I already knew I was a target. Because I spoke against his brand. I already knew I was a target. I know my money was going to get messed up. I already knew that.
At what point did you speak against his brand? Was it early in the month of November?
It don't got nothing to do with my money. Whatever I said ain't had shit to do with my money.
And I'm just asking, what was the situation that caused that you think he targeted you for that?
When I said this man didn't give me a PK in a year, when I say he didn't give me a PK in a year, and I was supposed to have a PK one day, he told me I had a PK. I kept hitting the man up and asking him what time is my PK. He would never let me know when my PK was. Next thing you know, Ed had a PK.
All right. So
he hold on. I can vouch for that he do take PKs away from people and do that. He was doing that, and I can
so
vouch
what the fuck
for
make
that.
You think he won't take money? What makes you think he won't take money?
No lie. I mean, I can vouch for that. He has done that in the past. I can vouch that he did. He used to do some shady stuff back there and did some shady stuff. Now I can't vouch for that. I've seen that. I've seen him do that myself. Now,
shout out to 20 for coming up here with that information. Shout out to 20 for coming up here with that information saying that he could take money from people's and give it to the other hosts. Shout out to 20 for that. And I wish y'all would sit there and listen to that, what he just said. That's what Brandon's doing. He got that option, so now it's his chance or whatever to take people's money. If you disrespect him, he's taking away from you.
Did you at any time receive any information from bigo that alluded to the fact that you had an out of region being issued at any time?
No, I did not.
Did you?
I wouldn't have got paid. Just like Keyzz said, I wouldn't have got paid.
But 20 did clarify that it meant you would go to the lesser tier.
You would have been 250K. What is 200?
Another Keyzz production. Y'all have a nice
day. What's the 200K?
Another Keyzz production up here. I'm out of here.
It's not a 250K. It's a 200. It's
200K.
Two is
can you put me in the big box real quick so I can show some? Can I show a receipt real quick? Can I show a receipt? I just want to show a receipt. Can I show a receipt real quick, please? Can I show a receipt real quick from bigo? Big box me, please.
Certainly.
Can I get the big box, or can we see that clear enough?
Give me 1 second. I'm a little slow with this. In the case, where's Zeus at? Where's Zeus? In the case of, I want to say this though. And this is real facts. In the case of Queen Op and Shells, it is a special band. I'm actually going to, and they have something different. Listen to me, please listen to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I talked to the woman, and I can show you this in receipts. That I'm giving you I'm gonna give you the floor in 1 second, Robert. That Amy and bigo messaged her directly from their IG page.
I'm talking in front of 8,000 people, so I'm gonna make this. I just made it 8,000.
You ain't just did shit. Get your ass out of here.
Can you mute everyone? I'm gonna have a conversation with you.
You ain't gotta have no mute nobody.
No. This is great to mute. Please mute everyone. I want to say this loud and clear in front of 8,000 people.
How do I do this? Mute the panel.
Just mute everyone and unmute me. I want them to hear me loud and clear.
Now, Robert, this is not a bash panel. We will not be bashing anyone.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm just gonna make this very clear. Trina B, you belong to Bag Life. You are being transferred back to Bag Life. You will be able to hold up. You can say no. You can say whatever you want to be. This is not a bash panel. Just like Ashley Shepard, you will be going back to your original agency owner. You will still be able to be paid whatever you have been paid. I'm just letting you know we are in the process of that right now. The money that you have made every month, Trina, you can continue to make, but that is something that will be happening just like Ashley Shepard. But hold up, Trina, while we do say that, Shaky, what do those messages say that we're talking about? You don't have to go into detail, but I just sent you a little bit of tea because I'm going to court in a few months. Not for Tay, but for the man you're talking about. Yeah. He's getting sued, and they're putting a lien on his car and house, and they're serving him papers. So Brandon, me, Ashley Shepard, and a few others will see you in court in a few months for the money that you have not paid people. Don't gag, Shaky. It's real. There's a lawyer involved, and this isn't the storyline, and you see that right there, first and foremost. So y'all keep playing with people's coins and saying all that for storylines, but I'm going to make sure that when we go to court, we drain you for everything you have, including that agency. Happy streaming. Do you see that, right, Shaky? Are you reading it verbatim, word for word?
I've read.
Because I love a receipt.
I haven't had a chance to.
No, look, Shaky. Read it while we're here. Read it while we're here. Read it while we're here. I'm actually flying. He's being served papers. Yeah. And I'm actually flying over there with Ashley Shepard. We're going to be in court. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. And all the money that Brandon, just like Ashley Shepard, he has to pay back for her, he will be paying back for Trina B. Yeah. Look, read that verbatim. Shaky, do I have receipts? Do we have a receipt?
It appears to be that Bag Life may be trying to sue. Brandon.
Happy streaming and goodbye. Mwah.
I haven't had a chance to look at everything yet. I will look at it a little more a little later. I don't know anything what's wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. We're gonna go ahead and.
I don't know where Robert keeps saying I'm a part of Bag Life. If I was a part of Bag Life, I never knew this. I never heard of this. I never knew this. Because when Brandon or when I came up under Brandon, I was up under Brandon, not Bag Life. So if I was under umbrella under Bag Life, that's new to me, and I'm gonna sue Bag Life because I didn't want to be up under Bag Life. So if I'm under Bag Life, without me knowing Bag Life was my agent, I'm suing him for everything that he got. Huh.
Did Maine say, I don't know what happened with him? Did we get information as far as what he was told when in regards to the out of region beings?
Man, he sent me a receipt of him hitting
Sing your
300
song.
and having all his hours, saying that he was deemed responsible for a check. Now,
Watch me, baby.
check this out. Do y'all remember when TKO, when Brandon was having the thing about the $8,000 and Brandon was telling him that his outer region beings was too high? Is that accurate? Does anybody remember that he was telling TKO he had too many
TK
outer region?
Yes, and
Yes or
TKO
no?
also.
No,
Yes.
listen, I'm finna go there. Yes. Okay, yes. Now that we have Brandon's paperwork, it says that TKO was not over regional beings, but he was a dragging away from 3 million, even though on the star list he was at 3 million. So it don't say nothing about region. It say he is at 2.99 million now that we have the receipts on what really happened. And if you think that TKO can have too many out of region beings hitting the 3 million tier, then something is wrong with you, because he don't have no. When do you see anybody in his live that's not from America dropping on him? He don't even do them patches with the Nigerians no more. But now that we have the paperwork, is that he never hit 3 million, period. Had nothing to do with his regional beings, when the whole argument was he had too many regional beings. But when y'all get through with all of that, I can show right now a document of what Brandon Keyzz is doing with his host check when he took their money, because I have the receipt. I can show you that Brandon Keyzz has a gambling problem. A bill of, yes, I can. These are the facts, and that's
Pastor.
where y'all
Okay,
money went.
but the personal stuff about what he
That's
does with
not
his.
personal. We're talking about their check. And their check is gone, and he is gambling profusely on Yummy Bigo. The fact that y'all still up here talking about it after we just showed receipts that Queen Op was paid,
All right.
fuck everybody else. We know for a fact Brandon stole $8,000 from one of his hosts with receipts. But we
The case
still go put
of
him on the pedestal. I know that's your boy. I appreciate the live. And Shaky, you are the Oprah and the most unbiased. But it's some things you can't say, because if you do any type of defaming of your agency, your check could be docked.
I just made $92,000 in $92,000.
I ain't saying nothing about your pocket. I'm talking about Bigo. We keeping it
Yeah,
Bigo.
I want
Your
that, but
check could be
if I earn a
docked.
coin,
You the same
I
one
want
that
my.
was just sitting on the panel and they was calling you a op because you
If
did interviews with everybody.
if I
Facts
earn
are
a
facts.
coin,
I
I want my
appreciate
coin.
y'all.
If my girls
I
give me
still
something,
fuck with you.
I
fuck
want
with you,
to.
Shaky, in Jesus'
Oh,
name. I fuck with you. Shout out to everybody on this live. I love y'all.
but let me say something. In the case of TKO, TKO admitted himself about the discrepancy in the outer region beings. He admitted that himself. I want to preface that. I want to that be known. TKO admitted that himself.
He did.
That's just
He
what it is.
admitted that himself.
Okay.
And when y'all do them fan lotteries, you have to be very careful. For them fan lotteries, be careful.
That's a
I
fact.
cannot. The op situation is a separate situation. On Thursday, I'll be having an interview with the woman who put it together. Bigo actually talked to her directly and said what they were going to do to op. I don't understand. This is why Bigo didn't return the money back to the people who gifted it, and that's the question I have. All right. I want to, if possible, right now, add a come out of the. Oh, guys, this is in the queue. Add people to kind of but a lot of this is speculation. I think the information that I'm seeing about Maine talks directly about the discrepancy in outer region beings. I think this is the problem. And while go ahead,
Robert?
go ahead.
I just want to be clear with everybody. All of y'all can come up here as much as you want, and I hate to be their very bad moves and complain about your agency owner taking coins from you, but there's nothing that Bigo, that is your agency owner's hands. But what does happen is if there is one class action lawsuit against that agency owner, any single person can jump onto that and add whatever they were garnished or whatever wages they were not given to add to that. And there's more than one. There's about 5 besides the one with me and Bag Life. So, all y'all complaining on Bigo, you're wasting your breath. Find the individuals who have that class action and other lawsuits. We'll see you in court. Because Shaky read the receipts. I know you don't want to read it verbatim, Shaky. I'd like you to, though. When you're ready.
I wouldn't, because if it's a legal situation, I usually try to stay away from.
Oh, no. We're serving
Shaky,
papers. And we're going to put a lien on that house. We're going to put a lien on that house, that car, and while the agency under investigation, you over there in box 1, Trina, you might not have known, but you were under Bag Life. We'll see you in a week.
Oh yeah. I may not have known. I may have not known, but Bag Life is gonna be in trouble too.
So in the case of Maine, I don't know. I don't know.
Bag Life is gonna be in trouble because I never knew. If I was, this is something new to me.
Hey, I'm only up here for facts. I'm not going after anybody. I don't give a shit.
And I can, and myself, I can do what I want to do. I mean, as far as I feel. So whoever they did doing whatever, I don't know what's going on. They kept saying you under Bag Life. I never knew this. This is the first time I ever knew. It's something Robert knew before I knew. It's something Bag Life knew before I knew. It's something Ashley knew before I knew. It's something everybody else know but me.
I tell Ash to say something because the queue is obviously full and I don't understand how to move it. If she says something, I can add her.
I put this on my children's life. I did not know. Brandon interviewed me. When I did my host anything, I did not know none of that.
When it comes to Maine, I don't think Maine is lying.
I swear for God on my kids' life, I did not know.
I think it's
because
I put this on my kids' life. I put this on my mama's life, my children. Okay. I lay it all down.
I do not think Maine is lying, but I do believe that the discrepancy comes from people not paying attention to what they're getting in their. You gotta pay attention to what comes in that thing too. When it comes to those things, I really believe that. I do believe that Maine has an issue with the money, of course, obviously, and I do believe that it could have been handled better. Is Brandon the most professional? No. Did he actively take that $800, which would then cost him? At the end, it's like, I'm taking your $800 so I don't get $800. Like, if anything, Brandon probably would go drop the shield on Maine if he was paying attention, so that he could get so Maine could get his $800 and Brandon could get his cut off of that money.
That's what I want to say. Is there not a team set up that actually, watches all those numbers? I have a team set up that watches those numbers, and as an agency, you gotta definitely watch what's going on. You got to get them. Because not only for your benefit as an agency, but for that host benefit, you got to have a team set up so know when they're close to those.
I think Keyzz sets it up to where we could log on the website and see it for ourselves, and I think he relies on that.
Okay.
We have a website we can go to, log on, and see for ourselves. I think he relies on that. I think
that was your own host's fault for not going on to the website.
I want y'all to realize I do got gun in here. A lot of y'all.
Hold up. I'm sorry, and I love you down, Shaky. Okay, I love you down, but I gotta be honest. We not gonna play dumb up here. What's happening, and you might not know this, Shaky, but it's exactly what's happening now. Y'all, and it happened to 2 hosts, and let Ashley Shepard go after this. What happens with y'all, Trina, is you don't know who your agency owner is. And when you come on this app, the Keyzz agency is setting some of y'all up for auditions. So when you go live and live stream, you don't know you're in the middle of a fucking audition that happened with two people who were just released because y'all not you shaky. I have the messages if you want me to send that as well. Sending out to motherfuckers who might be new people or people who've been released saying this is when your audition is. And these people are like, I never knew. And then they audition and get thrown into that motherfucking agency. That is what is happening. And you're okay, I'm coming. And you're not supposed to do that. Now I'm gonna let Ashley Shepherd speak because she got transferred back to Bag Life, just like you will be as well, Trina. Happy streaming. We'll see you.
I'm not being transferred back there, baby, because I don't want to be in that agency. And I'm gonna sue him. I would not be in his agency. I would not be in that white man agency. And I said what I said.
Whoa. Come on now. Let's keep it from the race shit.
I'm like I said, I would not.
Ashley, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
First of all, the only reason why I have my nose into this because my girlfriend is in this agency, and I have referred a lot of people to Keyzz. I brought a lot of people with me, and to know that I brought people and they might be fucked out of their check, it kind of made me look some type of way. Second of all, Robert, you came up here. I understand you do your keys, but don't put me in the middle of no motherfucking lawsuit because I'm not flying nowhere but to Atlanta and to fucking New Orleans. I don't know nothing about no motherfucking lawsuit. I call Bag Light. He don't have no clue what you talking about or what the fuck going on. Don't put me in the middle of extra bullshit when you know I got hate motherfuckers after my motherfucking page. Don't put me in the spotlight of motherfucking lies. Yeah, Baglight took me back because I belong to him. Yeah, that's motherfucking true. But all the extra shit, I'm not down for and I'm not with. Okay, let me get that together. Okay, this is what I want to ask to 20. 20, with you being a professional agent, is it a good look when an agency sits around and bullies and be messy and let their top competitors bully and trash other people in their agency and dog them because of their pay and sit up and laugh?
No, it's not a good look, but hey, you got to understand.
Okay, I'm gonna play a record. I'm
So
gonna
it's not a good. Yeah, so it's not a good look to have your hosts bashing each other because we have those bullying rules. But at the same point, that's how Keyzz came up, and he's a professional, of doing that. That's just how he's been, and you can't change nobody. I always tell everybody you can't change for, just because this is how he made his bag. So there's other agents that are actually doing the same shit that he's doing, but it is not a good look. You're right. You don't want your host bashing. You definitely don't want hosts bashing each other in the chat because it snowballs and it makes a snowball effect, and then all of a sudden your whole agency starts fighting with each other, and yeah, you don't want none of that shit.
Okay. So look, my thing is like this: you cannot keep with them and call them over to be messy and drag with you, and drag with them. Cause then when they drag, you make them feel like they're on a level of roasting with you. And then when it gets to the point you want to stop, you threaten to take their bag. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you came over here roasting, trashing them, fucking up their name, making mockeries of them, calling them slow, dumb, telling them they'll never be shit, they mom in the closet dead and shit, you can't get mad when they talk about you back. So with that being said, if you want to be treated on a respectful level, then you need to stay on the level that you are, which as the motherfucking boss. Okay? So, all I'm saying is this, 20. You're not going to tell me that after hearing a motherfucker say this about people in his agency, they can't say nothing back to him. Because now,
wait, what?
Blackmailing. This time, well, no, Robert, I'm talking, let me have my flow now. This turns to blackmailing. Listen, 20.
I'm listening. Shut your raggedy. You fake that pregnancy off the Sam over there on Scope. You fake that pregnancy off the Sam because Sam got married on Scope. You little raggedy ass bro. Go fix your damn life. Nobody really want to be with you in life. You 6'3", can't play a liquor ball. You can't do nothing. Bad built, out of shape. You went over to Ebony house. Ebony wore your ass out. You went over to Ebony house. You went your 6'3", sorry ass over there to Ebony house and she wore your ass out. You still there lying like a motherfucker. Your whole life fucked up. Your bag fucked up. Everything you do is fucked up.
Look at you right now, baby, looking crazy as hell. Shut your raggedy ass up. Look at your teeth. You look like something in the middle of the ocean. You look like you got caught in the middle of the ocean with them damn teeth. Your teeth is all fucked up. Your teeth is all fucked up, girl. You doing bad in life. Your life is fucked up. Go fix your damn life.
So how do you expect motherfuckers to respect you? Even Trinity B, he talked to Trinity B like the bitch he is. He talked to his
Hold
hoes
up.
like bitches. How do you
Hold
expect
up.
for them to respect you and not talk about you when that's how you handle
I'm
people in your
just,
motherfucking agency?
I just want to say I'm a little confused, Ashley, because okay, I don't know what's going on, but that was Shaky has the conversation with the bag life thing, so I'll send it to you as well, Ashley. But I'm a little bit confused as to how you saying all that, but you're the one that's giving us all of the primary information that we need in regards to Brandon
Yeah,
Keyzz, phone
I am,
numbers,
but when you
messages,
sit up here and say I'm
IDs.
going to court, I'm not going to court, Robert. I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I give you any information you need to take down, Brandon. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not denying
Okay.
that. I don't like Brandon, but I'm not gonna
Well,
lie
did
and
I
say I
mess
got
up?
a lawsuit on nobody because you said I have a lawsuit on him.
Okay, so then okay, because I know
Right.
that
But if
court is
you are
happening very soon
providing
and the papers have
information,
been served or
you
being
can be
served. So,
subpoenaed.
I didn't
Do
serve
you,
no papers to nobody, Robert.
do you want me to
bag,
send you the paper?
bag,
Do you want me to send you the
bag,
text messages
bag
right now,
life,
Ashley, so
if
you can read
bag
them for
life,
Yeah, send them
yourself?
to me because I'm
But
I'm
bag
at
Well, I'm
life
gonna
got
do
to
it while
subpoena all
I'm
us though.
gonna do it while I'm on live. Shit, hell, hold up.
if bag life sues Brandon,
Oh,
and
here.
you're the person that provided information, you can and could be subpoenaed.
no.
Probably will.
If he's suing Brandon, it's for the money that Brandon owes him for all the years I was with Brandon.
Okay,
So
but
That's
Look at
the
your
but my,
information
text.
my
that's
Look at your
but
coming.
text.
you would
Ashley, look at your
So with that
text.
being said,
Look at your
Shaky,
text.
they're getting
Look at
my
your text.
live data, all the checks I made with Brandon, and they using that in court. That's what they're using.
so listen,
Look at
when
your
you
text.
introduce evidence,
Look at your
so
text.
watch this.
Look at your
If you
text,
introduce
Ashley. Look at your
if you
text.
introduce
Because I love a
if you introduce
receipt. Look at your
Shaky.
text.
the
Shaky, can I
reason
ask you a
why
question?
they don't
But
just
how
show
do
you
I
the
know I was in bag life?
hold on, I got to explain this to y'all. I love y'all so much, and I just want y'all to understand what y'all saying, what y'all doing, what y'all getting into when y'all be saying this, because y'all be taking it far. And if you understand what's happening, you're giving the information. That's good. But before they introduce that information, they have to have you on stand, on trial. They have to have you there. Think about this: when a policeman, they showing what the evidence the police got, they always bring the police up there and ask the police, so how did you get this and how did you get that? It's the same scenario. They'll bring you there. They will subpoena you, have you sit on stand and under oath explain how they got that information, and it has to come from you. If they will subpoena you and put you on the oath, I just know that. I know you say you're not going to court, but I mean, you have a right to not say anything if that's what you choose to do, but that would definitely not help. If you're allegedly wanting to take down Brandon, it comes you're going to have to sit in front of a stand and under oath, under penalty of perjury, say what it is that you're saying
Well,
to
shaky,
corroborate what you're
shaky.
showing.
I just
I
want to
mean,
say this. I just
listen,
wait,
if
Ashley.
I
Let me just
if
say this. Let me just say this, and I'm gonna get down. Anybody in any agency, I'm not even gonna talk about that anymore.
no, 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 hold on, hold on. Let me
I'm gonna
tell you
just.
something, Brent. Hold on,
Okay,
Robert,
go
Robert,
ahead, go
hold
ahead,
up.
go ahead,
No, no,
go ahead,
no.
boo.
If I'm subpoenaed and I need to come prove that Brandon did negligence,
Yes,
I will
exactly,
come. But
exactly.
Zeus caught me. I didn't know Bag Life already filed papers, so
Yeah,
he
yeah,
caught
it's
me off
okay.
a loop
So that's my
when
fault.
he
My
said
fault.
that we was
She
going to
didn't know
court
yet. She
next
didn't know
week.
yet. My bad. My bad. So I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna just say this in general, Shaky. For anybody in any agency that does these types of things, let me just say this, and I'm gonna drop down. In any agencies, including this one, all the people who have not gotten their proper paychecks and have been Queen Op and Shell, $8,000, all of that. Anybody who's in these agencies that are doing that, there's already lawsuits going on. So you can show up if you have not gotten your proper payment as well and add on to that. That is going on. That's all I'm going to say for anybody with any
But
injustice if
but but
people are
hold on,
suing.
right before you go, Maine left. But man, you didn't hear what they said that if you didn't get paid because of you and your agent getting into it, you can tell Bigo and Bigo can release you out that agency. So a lot of
Well,
y'all that's not getting paid, that's getting into it with Brandon, can be released.
this is well. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If y'all complaining about Bigo not, I mean, your agency owner not paying you,
But and what I
Bigo's not going
am
to do.
going to do,
Okay, I
hold
just want to
on,
say
y'all,
this. If
because I am a part
okay,
of
go
this
ahead.
show too.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Robert. I'm a part of this
Yeah,
show,
go ahead,
so
boo. Go ahead.
I'm finna say it just like this. If I did not know I was on the bag life, and if I'm under bag life and don't know this, and if I was under bag life and Brandon took me, I was never initially supposed to be on the Bag Life ever. I was always supposed to be up under the Keyzz
That's
agency.
not Bag Life fault, Trina. Be see what you
Hold up
don't
1
know. When we
second,
first
guys.
came on the app,
Tell her, Ashley. Tell her,
Brandon
Ashley.
had all of us in Bag Life agency.
Exactly.
Like it was
Yep.
his shit.
Yep.
Then
That's what you
Brandon
listen
switched
to her.
us over
Listen
to
to her,
him.
Trina, listen to her. When you came
You're
onto
not
this app,
listening. Brandon
when you
had
came onto
me,
this app,
you,
Trina, when you came
Pumpkin,
on, Brendan
21,
was working
all
with
of us was
him.
in Bag Life. All
Yes,
of us.
that's what she's Ivy,
And
you,
then he
Ashley
switched us
Shepherd.
over to him.
Yes. So Trina, you don't know that, but Brendan was having
Brandon
But I
didn't
didn't
have
know
an
that
agency when
though.
we first.
I didn't know that. So therefore, I didn't know that. So therefore, I got a right to speak up and say I did not know this. I did not know
No,
this.
you did
I
not know
would
that,
never
but
join Bag
Trina,
Life because the
but
reason why
So
I was
why
Trina,
not
you
going.
want Sue Brandon for
The reason why I was
misleading
not
you?
going to join Bag Life
Why you want to
agency,
Sue? Okay,
even
so
reason
why
why
you
I
want Sue
told Brandon
Brandon
I
for
did not want to
misleading
join
you?
Bag Life agency is because Bag Life is supposed to have been racist. Bag Life supposed to
He
what?
not
when
racist.
Yeah, come on,
when
man.
when
Trina,
Pumpkin,
what?
when
Are you
Pumpkin, you
crazy?
remember when Pumpkin had
Pumpkin
that
is the
race?
biggest liar on the planet. Are you serious?
When
This bitch
Pumpkin,
say
Sorry,
R.
y'all. Give me
Kelly
a second.
touched
I
her. Are
wasn't
you
even aggressive.
serious?
no, when
Sorry.
Pumpkin, I'm talking about when the rage. You remember when the whole rage thing
Pumpkin
came along,
lied,
Shaky,
and
Trina.
you
shaky,
did
can I
too,
have
Ashley.
Pumpkin lied on
You
that
did
shaky,
the
can I
man.
same
please have
thing.
can I please have the floor for just a second, Shaky,
You
please?
you you did the same.
Okay, let's see. Listen, but I don't think Bag Life. I interview Bag Life. I don't get racist vibe. I don't.
Okay,
But
let me just say this. And Trina knows I love him, but you have not one receipt of Bag Life being racist. And to paint that photo without any receipt, hold up, before you unmute Trina, to paint that photo is nasty. Regardless of what's going on, Ashley Shepherd is saying Brandon said out of his mouth in Bag Life, he worked with Bag Life to come over here, which is why Ashley was with him. A lot of y'all under that agency were actually what Bigo calls poached, which is why the agency is under investigation from people snatching hosts like Ashley Shepherd, where it has to be paid back. This is a fact. So Trina B, Bag Life did nothing to you. And this racism thing is absolutely just horrible. Regardless of what you heard, Bag Life is not that. You know, if there's a receipt, prove it, but there's none. So what I'm saying to you is you will be transferred back like Ashley Shepherd was transferred back, regardless of how you feel, because there's no proof. You were poached. And I do want to say this. I apologize, Ashley. I did speak too soon. My bad. But I will say to all the other hosts in the agency before I go, if you are in an agency, this one or any other one, and there's a class action lawsuit going on because you did not get paid, you can join on to that lawsuit as long as you can prove of your charges and wages being garnished and stuff like that and not proven. So if someone starts a lawsuit, you can add on to that because getting a lawyer is not cheap. But I'm gonna let y'all both speak and I'm gonna drop down. Happy streaming.
Unmute me by myself. Unmute me by myself. I just want to say this. When I came to Brandon, and Brandon said he was hosting me, he said he have his agency. I told Brandon I did not want to be up on the Bag Life at no particular point ever on this app because Pumpkin had runs in with him. Ashley had runs in with him. Everybody had runs in with him at that particular time. At that particular time, it was a lot of chatter saying this man was racist. Brandon said this man was racist. It was a whole bunch of stuff saying this man was out racist and using the N word. And I don't know if it was a lie. It was a lie. But in the beginning, that's what they said. That was the narrative they had painted on Bag Life. So Bag Life let everybody supposed to be go. He let Pumpkin go. He let Ashley supposed to be go. I didn't know I was in there.
We did interview Bad Life, and we also interviewed Pumpkin. Uh, Pumpkin sort of admitted in some way, shape, or form that the information may not have actually been 100% accurate as she initially projected. And honestly, I didn't, not saying we don't know if somebody's racist. That's what's in their mind. Racism is a mind thing. I did not get the vibe that he was, and I do kind of err on the side of them painting that narrative for whatever reason they did at that time. But he's never showed.
Yeah. You weren't even on the
Not
app then. And they
And I
did
want
paint that narrative of him at that particular time, but later found out that Bad Life is a cool person. Now, this is what I'm saying. We later found out that he was a cool person. But they did paint that narrative. Even Ashley painted that narrative.
Me,
Ashley
unmute me.
painted that
Man,
narrative.
mute this bitch. Mute this bitch. I'm tired of your ugly ass lying on me, hoe.
listen,
I'm
no
tired of
bash,
you lying
no
on me,
bash,
bitch.
Ashley, no
I
bash, no
ain't
bash,
never in my
no bash,
motherfucking life
no.
said that man was racist. And if he released me, how the fuck he got me back and I can't go nowhere else, bitch? I was took illegally
No,
from
no,
him.
no
He
bash.
didn't release shit. Brandon had us to make new pages and leave him because Pumpkin said with no proof that this man called us niggas and
peasant and said he was gonna beat us, bitch. We didn't have no proof, but because we loved Brandon, we was loyal to Brandon, and Brandon was all we knew. We did what Brandon said and made a new page. This man ain't did shit.
stop lying. I ain't much fuck with you back then because you was a peasant and I was on top of you, bitch.
No bash, no bash. It's a no bash pal, Ash. No bash.
I don't like him lying on me. He just lying on me freely. Him and Pumpkin always lying on me. I get sick of this Dr. Doolittle looking motherfucker.
No bash. No bash pal. No bash. No bash.
And Pumpkin, you coming back to Bag Life too. I'ma make sure if Bag Life, if you don't get her back, I'm leaving her out. You gonna bring her back because she
Starting all this shit. And I said what I said. Give me the fuck down, raggedy motherfucker.
Ashley went on a rage for Brandon for Bag Life. She was the main one rapping and motherfucking raving for Brandon. She was a Brandon big bull at that particular time. You big wide back gorilla. You long chin, sideways bill, refrigerator bill, sideways big bitch. Yes, you did. You octagon bill bitch. You a motherfucking lie. You did, you nasty mouth bitch. You bleeding gum. That's why your period on in your motherfucking mouth right now. It is almost the 10th of the goddamn month, bitch. And you got a baby enlarged in your motherfucking throat. You nasty, dead motherfucking fetus in your throat ass bitch. Now, thank you.
From now on, I'm only going to be interviewing white folks. That's just what I'm going to be doing from now on. I'm gonna just Gail. Just have me a new Gail. I guess this is not that case. Well, I don't know where we were. I'm sorry, 20. My apologies. I will definitely unmute you. I don't know if you had something to add after that.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know where that went right or what happened there, but the whole thing, so from whatever I was trying to come up say something about after that video and shit, whatever. So us as agents, when we sign a contract, it tells us in there, even for this, if anybody's taking beans from their host, it says it in our contracts that we are not allowed to bully our own host. We are not allowed to, strong arm. We're not allowed to blackmail them. That's part of the agent. So if any agents that are in this, if they read their contract, it says it right in there. So yeah, you're not allowed to do it your own host. So it's in the contracts, right? So this is even for this right here, where if anybody does, so I don't know if he did or not, right? That's not my agency to even worry about what he's doing. But if any agencies on here are doing that, we are not allowed to blackmail our host. So this falls under that rule.
Come up here with all that.
Okay, Pumpkin. I'll go ahead and unmute you real quickly to discuss what it is.
Hi, Shaky. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you? You hear me?
Welcome. I said, hey. Yeah, I said, hey. We can hear you. Welcome to the panel. How you doing?
Well, I just want to come up here just to clear my name. Now that Ashley is riding with whatever she's riding with, Ashley Ashley told Brandon that she wanted to drop Bad Life Agency on her own. Now that Ashley is on the other side of the fence, She's going
Mm-hmm.
to act like as if, people made her
Yeah.
do this and do that. Now she's just all this and this and this and that. But let's not forget, you was begging Brandon to get back in his agency before you asked Bag Life. So stop blaming me. And please do not speak on me talking about R. Kelly did this, because let's not forget, you the one that said the pastor did you wrong. So honey, let's not point fingers here. All right. So with that being
Hey,
said and done,
hey,
keep my name out of your mouth. And guess what else? You might as well leave Bag Life Agency, because I was never in Bag Life Agency. So let's get that straight. I was
hey,
supposed to do an audition with Bag Life. Mute that bitch. Don't unmute her. I was supposed to do a motherfucking audition, and Bag Life never hooked up an audition. So tell me how Bag Life is going for everybody except for me. Why don't you keep your deranged ass away from me, bitch? Keep my name out your rotten ass mouth.
hey,
Worry about
Pumpkin.
getting on a diet.
Pumpkin
Worry
is
about
no
getting on. No, 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 no. Worry about getting on your.
You razor shark looking bitch. You shitty diaper wearing motherfucker. You sideways got your bomb looking hoe. You can't talk about nobody looking like the Lord of the motherfucking Rings. You was the
Third bitch with bag life. I still got the one now, bitch. When you up in that begging for PKs and shit, you fucked up bag having bitch. You can't talk about a motherfucking body. You a big ass liar, you Warren looking bitch. Fuck you up your motherfucking
ass, you trash bitch. You mad cause I'm eating up on this motherfucking app. That's why you think I'm better than you, you broke ass. Two seat a table having, leaving your motherfucking Black Friday TV at Walmart for 4 days ass.
house and bring me bitch. A nigga that catch cold for 3 times in a row with no ass T-cells can't talk with me, bitch. Shut your Mr. Clean looking ass up, hoe, and go check you and
And you
your
all talking
mama
about
in
somebody
your
got some T
motherfucking
cells.
rehab
And look
with
at
y'all stealing
you
ass, hoe.
diabolical,
You
Hey, your
complete,
mama
motherfucking
motherfucking
thieves,
ignorant ass,
bitch. And I
motherfucking
said
bitch.
what the fuck
You
I
big
said,
boy,
hoe.
bitch.
With your drag and ballsy looking
I'm gonna
ass.
let you
You
talk.
don't run the motherfucking thing outside ass, bitch. You in goddamn the thief, bitch. Fuck you.
Ashley, anybody that sits your big nasty ass up there and sit over there and make
Up stuff and masterize and make up story time and make up shit in your motherfucking mind, bitch. I'm convinced you in Alice in Wonderland, you stupid ass fat funky bitch. You are in the motherfucking small world, you motherfucking bitch. You make up shit as it motherfucking go. You take the truth and add it up to it. You was a motherfucking merry-go-round, motherfucking bitch. You are a Disney World ass bitch. You are motherfucking what's the next motherfucking creation, you motherfucking fat, stinking, funky, big bird looking ass, funky, saggy titty bitch. You can't talk about nobody. You lying motherfucking tongue ass bitch. You dirty lie tongue, dirty lie sin ass bitch. You a dirty lie sin. Bitch, everything come out your mouth is a motherfucking lie. You can't tell the truth, and the truth was right there in your motherfucking, it was a motherfucking hamburger, bitch. It was a motherfucking hamburger, and it was to your motherfucking tongue, bitch. You can't tell the motherfucking truth, bitch, before you bite into that motherfucker. You nasty bitch.
Um, to our esteemed viewing public that were tuning in to see the Oprah of Bigo and Gail, I do sincerely apologize to y'all. And I pray that you can forgive our transgressions, and we look forward to going back to the Oprah that you've come to. This is definitely not Oprah. This is certainly turned into Jerry real fast.
Yeah, because you brought them ghetto people up here. And you
This
know
is
I'm going to get ghetto rap back with them.
yeah, yeah. This was certainly Steve Wilkos. This was somebody threw a chair. We will be having our stage. I was gonna give y'all all cars, but looks like we won't be doing that tonight. I will say that I don't think much was resolved tonight. I thought we were gonna get to the level of a resolution. Um, I don't think we kind of got that tonight. We got some information and we kind of got a little insight, but as far as a resolution, I don't think we got that. And so we definitely will be, as what we can do here on the Bigo app is pay attention to what's going on. I think the lesson here we all can see is learn, learn before you sign up with any agency, learn your agent and just learn what's going on and get into that. Talk to them and be communicative for that. That's like one thing for the new hosts coming. For the hosts that are in certain situations, I pray that you can excavate yourself from the situations that you're in and get a way to get and meet your goals. I do wish that. Trina, do you have any final thoughts before I?
Yeah. All I'm gonna say, I dare not let a bitch come up here and try me, on my motherfucking time and call me out my motherfucking name that ain't barely even can even buy herself a hamburger or even I don't even know, bitch. These bitches around here just got too much going on for me. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but bitch better not keep trying Trina B because I am gonna go off at any point, any time of the day. And Gucci, what do we have Gucci up here for?
Oh, he just had his hands up in the comments. I thought he wanted to ask. Let me check.
Hey, Trina, you did your big one, baby. Unmute me in the comments. You ate that worth the fuck up, okay? That motherfucking dandelion teeth having asshole, that motherfucking hunchback, a Notre Dame football built bitch. You did your
Gucci,
motherfucking door deals. And when I tell you, you slayed, lay, only thing
Gucci,
you didn't lay was a girdle
Gucci,
around that motherfucking fupa. You
Gucci.
should have laid a girdle. You should have laid it out with some knee pads. You should have said, hi, and threw the
Gucci.
motherfucking football to the kangaroo. That's what you should have motherfucking did. Did you unmute me in the comments?
Yes, Gucci. I'm ready to have it.
Fuck, you built like a kangaroo but can't hop like one. Bad built bitch.
Gucci. You know she gonna work you right. Just know what's going on. No, we're not finna. I'm not finna. Look. I don't see where Ashley is at. I don't. Where's she at? I want to give. It's being fair. I'm trying to give her be fair. She gotta say something. She just gotta say something. If she says something, I got her. But if she because I'm not going into the comments, and I don't want to turn this into just a roasting back and forth thing because it's not what that's not what I do. Where's she at?
No, because we were trying to get a resolution though, for real.
We were trying to get some type of resolution or some type of understanding or whatever it is. I don't see it.
But we did get a good understanding that that agencies can withhold the money and pay you.
That is
we,
true. I
that,
did find out. I mean, oh, there she go. Hold on, let me Ashley her fair share.
Mute the mic. First of all, Gucci, Brandon told you if you don't start riding his enemy asses, you won't get paid.
Okay, so I understand you doing what you doing, little doggy. Woo, woo, woo! Gucci! Woo, woo, woo! Turn Gucci, like Miss Candy say. Flip over Gucci, roll over Gucci, read Gucci. Okay, yes sir, Master Brandon, I'm coming. But Trina,
A nigga that sound like Johnny Gill when he read, you know, roast you, looking ass bitch, a 70-year-old grandfather that need a speech therapist can't talk for me. A motherfucker that's old with grandkids and your motherfucking newborn grandbaby say,
hey, daddy better than you. You can't talk for me, bitch. Your grandbaby is 3 months old and can say dad better than you, bitch. She say dad and you say
your newborn grandbaby smarter than you, bitch. You can't talk about nobody eating a motherfucking hamburger because
Those females won't allow you to hold one of your motherfucking belly, bitch. And I said what the fuck I said. You so excited I'm up here because I blocked you and I don't fuck with you. You don't know what to do, bitch. Your dick hard like it was when you first fucked your wife before you turned gay.
they had to announce to the church that you was fucking the deacon, bitch. And I said what I said. Let's go, bitch.
The people that are on the panel consent to this. This is also for entertainment purposes only. Supposed to be Oprah. It has definitely turned into something that.
Oh,
Y'all
there
not
gonna
finna
be
go
no
over
mute
this.
that bitch.
better than
Mute
one of
that
my
bitch.
Judy's up here,
Nasty
you ass goose.
motherfucking funky sour bitch. Mute that bitch. Mute that bitch. Mute that sour pussy bitch. Why is she not muted? You big Warriors pussies. smelling bitch. You bitch sumo rasta smelling son of a bitch. You big goddamn ocean swamp smelling son of a bitch. You nasty bottom of the earth smelling son of a bitch. You nasty fat funky ugly sour cream and motherfucking shit smelling son of a bitch. You motherfucking McDonald's goddamn garbage can smelling son of a bitch. You nasty motherfucking bitch. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life think you can come for me. You motherfucking fat, saggy, undertone, nasty 2-pouch under your motherfucking stomach, bitch, hanging down to the ground, dragging, sagging, your ass sagging, your stomach sagging, your legs sagging, and your motherfucking knees got water on it, bitch, like your heart do, bitch, and you about to leave here, you nasty bitch.
All right, so
First of
y'all
all,
good?
bitch, how you a professional and you gonna sue somebody, bitch, when you banned out all motherfucking Walmarts, including across the goddamn country in China and motherfucking Asia?
And everywhere else, bitch. When they see you walk up in the courtroom like this, they gonna say that's the motherfucking Walmart bandit, bitch, and they gonna dismiss the motherfucking case. You can't say nothing about no motherfucking body, bitch. I said what the fuck I said, Johnny Gill, with your stuttering ass.
All right, so listen. Okay, all right. Are we good?
When you go and find that baby that you motherfucking said that was a goddamn potato baby, you go and find it and tell me where the tombstone at, you nasty bitch.
Trina. Not
It's on the side of your brothers, bitch, that you fucked.
corrective action.
It's on the side.
Your brothers who used to fuck him while your mama went to sleep, bitch.
Corrective action. We did correct the action. We corrected the action. We go corrective action. We corrected the action.
He can't read me.
You're mad, huh, bitch?
It's a panel of. It's not. Yeah, we go.
No, because
Trina.
Shaky, him and Pumpkin, them two motherfucking habitual fucking liars. Trina wasn't even much known when I got on this bitch and I was eating this apple. He wasn't even much known. He was still Cortez flunky. He was Cortez dog like Gucci is on a fucking leash. Nigga, don't sit here and act like we was on the same pedestal when I came over here, bitch. You was failing your motherfucking interviews when we came over here. You failed your auditions thinking I'm Keyzz Price thinking it was a gospel song, bitch. I can't take you serious, bitch. When you sit
Mute that
in cabinets and
motherfucking
dog
bitch
food
right now.
and place up
Mute
your
up. Shut
motherfucking
your
ass. You
motherfucking
shut
ass
your
up,
stinking
bitch.
ass
You
up while you
ugly
in the school
dandelion
zone
built bitch.
sucking
Flipping
dick
a
and
big
fucking
wheel
in
built
front of
bitch.
underage
Shut your
kids, ho.
nasty ass
You
up.
a
Smell like a
pedophile. You
bucket
can't
of
say a
motherfucking
motherfucking
sardines
thing
and chips.
with your
You
school boo
nasty ass
having
pot
ass,
roast
ho.
smelling
I
ass
say
bitch.
what the
You
fuck
can
I
never say.
said with your Chuck E. Cheese
You can
looking ass, ho.
shut
You
your
are
nasty
not
ass up
known
and
for
fix them
motherfucking
goddamn front
pregnant
teeth
and you
in
a
your
trash
motherfucking
bag
mouth.
for Ebony,
Ugly
ho.
ass truck
And you
built
ain't
bitch.
gonna
Shut your kangaroo jack built. Mute up. Mute up. Mute that motherfucking whale. Okay? At the end of the motherfucking day, when you swimming on your motherfucking stomach with no water
And rocks all on your motherfucking back, bitch. You could never in your motherfucking life. You Buzz Lightyear built bitch. Girl, you too big to motherfucking swim, bitch. Your fat, nasty pig built ass go float in the motherfucking water, bitch. At the end of the motherfucking day,
you lifeguard built bitch, you can never play me, hoe. Captain America looking ass bitch.
Okay. I don't. I think we will. I wanted to just get some insight on what happened and be critical. If y'all see DJ Main Poppy, tell him I said I would like to see whatever evidence he tell him I said I would like to see whatever evidence he had pursuant to that, because the evidence I have does show that he was. What I'm looking at shows that he had some being situations. Where's he at? I wanted to see. I want to talk intellectual, and I'm not saying he's lying, but just the last thing I've seen was that he had some issues with the out of region beings. But if he has something else, I would like to see that. because when you do the outer reason, it's 20% per bean. So I would like to see if he has some different evidence. That's one. I don't know how far we got on the situation that we got. And of course, I always tell y'all, make up your mind however you see fit about this. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that is being said. What I'm saying, the last thing that I've seen about was only that he had the outer region beans. But if he has something that's after that, I definitely have to look at it. Like I said, if they have stuff that shows that this was done specifically by Brandon, I would definitely. Who else could win this? I would definitely be as critical of him as I am a proponent of him. But what I see, and the last thing I see, which I can't show y'all, is only about that part of it, the beans. In the next segment about this, I do appreciate everybody came up and spoke to us about what was going on, but everyone said it's impossible. No, they specifically said, believe what you want. I'm not here to change anybody's mind about anything, but they specifically said, I believe when you say I'm not biased. I'm so sorry that you feel that way, but you don't exist as a person. He said that Bigo did not notify him of any out of region beans. I don't dispute that either. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the last thing that I'm saying is that the last thing I seen. Listen, the last thing I see was he had 290. I'm looking at the whole thing. It's not fake. It's the Bigo thing we all get, and that's what it says. If he has something after that, I want to see it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. So why did he get paid? It doesn't take all your money and drops you down to a tier. That's the question. The part that doesn't make sense to me, and still does not make sense to me, this is the only part that does not make sense to me, and I just can't wrap my mind around this here yet. Why would I take your money to take my money? Doesn't make sense to me. I want my host to take, listen, the more my hosts make, the more I make. I don't want them missing their tiers. I want them hitting the higher tier. I want them, I don't, so listen. Because when they even talk about, if TKO hits 3 million, Brandon gets 6,000, right? That's facts. So why would I want you to lose 8,000? So, like, I'm going to take your 8,000 and not get my free and clear 6? That's the part. Even when you talk about Maine, and so the $800 was the discrepancy that I wanted to understand from on his perspective. What so I wanted to see what was he looking at to show the next part, the next day. What was he looking for? What was he looking at? Because that's a discrepancy, of course. That's not even two different tiers, and that's just being fair. But what I see is that he got in on that part. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. So, I mean, I hope you can, if y'all see him in the Bigo seats, tell him I would love to see what he said. The fact that an agent can take your money is kind of like, scary to me, though. It is. I don't believe Brandon would ever do that. I believe he's just telling people, I can't see Brandon. I can't see Brandon saying, okay, this person talked about me, let me take your money. Now, man says he's something. Maybe I should interview man directly. Maybe I should interview Maine just by himself. That might be what I need to do. That way, okay. That way, I understand it better. Listen, I understand they have the clip of Brandon said, if you talk about me, you're going to take your money. Brandon ain't going to take my money. I just know that. Because all right, so, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to interview Maine. I will interview Maine. And that way I will get it. So if my girls, Sip Nation girls, if y'all see him, tell him I want to interview him tomorrow. Okay, I want to see what he's so that way I could understand what he's talking about. Because I guess I didn't understand it, and that's the part that I couldn't wrap my head around. That would make more sense. Like I said, Brandon stole from nobody, but the Keyzz haters was to try. Because what I think happened, this is what I really think happened, which makes more sense to me than anything. I think that Brandon just wasn't paying attention to the numbers. Maine wasn't paying attention to the numbers. Thought they had made it, and that's what it was. That probably makes the most sense in my mind. But hey, if he that makes him unprofessional, that doesn't make him a thief. Okay, but if Maine has something different, I would love to see him. I would love to see what he's talking about. So let's if we have Maine, I want to set up the interview tomorrow. That way I could get an understanding of it and we can get out of it because I don't understand it right now. It's just not making sense. What's on, Celine Banks? 1 second. Thank you for asking to come up. What you got?
Hey, Shaky. So I have an agency, and I'm just in the commenting my little fingers away because there's nothing to explain here. He had illegal beans. He didn't get the 300K. He got paid for 220K. There's an $800 difference there. That's it. He didn't get the updates because Bigo wasn't sending them at the end of the month. They really wasn't. Brandon ain't do shit. Like that's just the bottom line. Everybody wants to blame their agent. It's not their agent. That's all.
All right. There you go. I'll let you say what you said. I'm gonna switch to a single live, and we'll do a little after interview for maybe about 20 minutes. I'll let y'all come up and talk y'all shit, and that's what we're gonna do. So I'll switch in a second. Thank y'all.